Welcome to the Shurian Family Activity Center on the campus of Utah Valley University for tonight's matchup between the Lady Wolverines versus the University of Utah Lady Utes. I'm joined by the fabulously witty Steve Vale. Steve, I want to talk about tonight's match and give us the keys of the match and how you think this one's going to go.
Sure thing. Yeah, I think it's real important tonight for UVU to establish themselves early. They're a young team. They're new to the conference. Utah's been around forever, so for them to be able to have that confidence to really go after Utah Valley needs to come in here, know that they're on home court, and really take advantage of that and go after the Utah Utes. So we'll see how they do that tonight.
That's right. The series record between the two teams is 6-0, and while the Wolverines have notched a few victories out of season, we know that the Utes look to establish their dominance. Steve, tell us a little bit about some of the highlighted players for the Wolverines.
For sure. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Cammie Manwell, the 6-foot outside hitter. She's a fifth-year senior. She had a red shirt last year, sidelined due to an injury, but she came back hot last weekend in their 3-1 win over Weber State. She put up a huge number, 16 kills and 10 digs with a double-double. So she's obviously not only a powerful hitter, but a great defensive weapon as well.
Thanks, Steve. We look forward to watching the Wolverines defend their home court against the Utes. Let's see how this one plays out. Welcome back to our telecast. And Steve, let's go over tonight's starting lineups. For the Utah Utes, starting middle blocker is number 6, Chelsea Sandberg. The other middle blocker is number 9, Danielle Kilpack. The opposite, number 10, Carolina Barkowiak. The libero, number 11, Keisha Fisher. Number 13 is outside hitter Cynthia Silva. Number 14 is the setter, Abby Simmons. And the other outside hitter is number 16, Sarah Hibbert. Steve, go ahead and tell us and introduce the lineups for the Utah Valley Lady Wolverines.
For the Wolverines, the starting middle blockers tonight are number 4, Danny Robinson, and number 15, Sarah Clement. The outside hitters are number 6, Kaylee Broadbent, and number 14, Cammie Manwell, who we spoke a little bit about earlier. Setting tonight is Chelsea Fa'alongo, and the opposite hitter is Faith Tusiasena. And the libero tonight is the senior, number 3, Alice Jones.
Thanks, Steve. Also tonight, our coaches for the Lady Wolverines, head coach Sam Matoa in his 11th season. And for the Utes, head coach Beth Lanier in her record-setting 20th season. Steve, the series we talked about earlier being 6-0. We want to go over again our keys to the match. We had a chance to talk with University of Utah Lady Utes coach Beth Lanier, and she went over some things with us. Go ahead and tell us, Steve, the keys to the match for both the Utes and the Lady Wolverines.
For the Wolverines tonight, it's really important for them to establish their dominance early. Again, they're a new team and a new school to this conference. So, and their record is less than stellar versus Utah. So in order for them to have the confidence they're going to need to take out this bigger and more developed and longer running team of the Utah Utes, they're going to have to establish their dominance early. They're going to have to push that ball out to their outsides, who have proven their abilities to put the ball away in weeks past. And it's going to fall on the shoulders of Chelsea Fa'alongo to push that ball around and really keep that Utah block on their toes.
Thanks, Steve. Also, I want to make mention of one of the really up-and-coming players for the Lady Wolverines, and that's Kaylee Broadbent. Kaylee Broadbent last week in the Weber State Invitational, she had 57 kills and she was named the MVP of the tournament. Watching her warm up tonight, she looks like she is ready to go. She's got a great shoulder, really quick arm, and looks to be a real force out there and give the Utes a lot of trouble. as we get ready to get started, the officials are going over the lineups now. It looks like we've just about got everybody in place. Looks like the Lady Wolverines will have the service. Back serving for the Lady Wolverines is number 14, Cammie Manwell.
As you get a look at Cammie there, I spoke with assistant coach Scott Lee before the match to find out what was going on with that tape. Said she had a pulled quadricep. So we'll see her play through that tonight. Nice serve to begin the match with an overpass.
And the Wolverines established the middle early, Steve. The Utes having a little trouble with the first pass. And the kill by Sarah Clement goes down for the kill in the first point.
Utah Valley doing a good job starting off with an early point, unable to get anything going after that.
And then a quick miss serve. It looks like back to serve for the Utes. Number 13, Cynthia Silva.
This is the point right now. Oh, that's a break there for Utah Valley. I was going to say, that's an important serve receive right there. The first one to start the match. It's either going to establish that dominance that I talked about or continue with those jitters on a missed pass, but they got bailed out with the missed serve.
Looks like they handled this pass a little bit better. But Utah Valley right on it.
It's a great turn there by number 10, Carolina Barkowiak.
She comes right over our table, Steve, with that kill, bouncing the ball about 10 feet.
Yeah, she's definitely somebody to watch for Utah tonight. She's put up some huge numbers for that squad.
Broadbent goes to work early. Number 6 with the kill. Kaylee's doing a phenomenal job right off the start. Looks like back to serve for the Wolverines. Number 11, Kathleen Stevens.
It's a great swing by Kaylee on the outside. Huge shoulder by her, showing it off early.
That goes just long. That's a point for the Lady Wolverines. Sarah Hibbert just couldn't quite snap it into the back third of the court.
Nice call by the line judge. That ball was well over the hands of the block. Great serve. You know, it's really hard to put that kind of heat on a jump float serve because that ball will have a tendency to float way out of bounds, but she is getting on top of that ball and putting some serious heat on it. Utes are struggling early.
Looks like Stevens' substitution into the match was a good one for the Wolverines. She continues the pressure.
Wow.
Wolverines all over the court covering. Wow. Really controlling the ball well and being really smart. Broadbent.
That was an amazing stab in the back row. Able to keep that ball alive.
Wow. First
Great
timeout
play by
called.
Kathleen Stevens.
Quick timeout by Utah. They're not liking this start, Steve, not at all.
6-2, that's a shellacking early on by Utah Valley. To get down that fast and by that many points this early in the match is not a good sign. It's a great timeout by Utah.
Let me just make mention that the crowd here is well representative of the student and the local population here. And looks like folks are still coming in. This is going to be a well-attended match, and I think if Utah doesn't get started early, or if they can't control the keys of the game that we mentioned earlier, they're going to have a real trouble with the Lady Wolverines tonight at home.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Wolverines showing no fear, no trepidation, coming out on fire and really going after it with their swings at the net as well as their serving. Putting a lot of heat on that serve, which is causing a lot of problems for the Utah serve receive.
Lady Utes back on the court, ready to go. Wolverines still in their timeout huddle. I'm sure Coach Atoe is telling them just to keep up what they're doing, playing scrappy defense and serving tough.
Yeah, at this point, Utah just needs to settle down. Yeah, they're away, they're not at home, but all they need to do right now, all they need to focus on is serve receive. If you can't pass, you can't get a set, therefore you can't get a kill. So it all starts with serve receive. Let's see how they do after that timeout.
Stevens back to serve again for the Lady Wolverines. Once again, Utah having big trouble with the serve receive, but an error by number 4, Danny Robinson, gives the Utah another point.
That's an unfortunate error by the Lady Wolverines there with an easy free ball pass. Passed perfectly, great set. I think she was just a little early, a little anxious, and just spatched that ball well out of bounds.
Utah coming back with the substitution of their own at service. Stephanie Neely, number 2. Neely to serve.
I was going to say, Utah Valley hadn't really been tested yet on their serve receive. I was anxious to see how they did there. One thing Coach Lanier said before the match was that she wanted to keep that ball away from the libero, and they went right at her and got a point right away off her.
Utah Valley with the kill by Broadbent, right back to their bread and butter, Steve. Looks like that's what's going to play out tonight. Let me just make mention that Pepsi is proud to be a major sponsor of UVU athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world.
Wow. Broadbent with a huge jump serve.
Oh, wow. Carolina Barkowiak showing some real power on that slide.
Carolina answers and answers with vigor. Great swing down the line by her for the kill to put them within 2 at 5-7. Great stab there by Carolina.
Back to Broadbent. UVU brings the ball up. Back to the Utes. Oh, with a big block in the middle. Looks like Manwell and also Danny Robinson together on that block.
That was a tough set there for Abby Simmons in transition. Didn't come out of her hands real clean. Set was a little low for the middle blocker, and Utah Valley was all over it.
Coming back with the kill on the right side, number 7, Lindsay Barker.
And she had a lot of angle open there. From our vantage point where we're sitting, she could have driven a truck through there.
Yeah,
nice turn.
Thought she was coming right at us with that one. The libero, number 11, Keisha Fisher to serve for the Utes. Tip on the first 2 balls on the exchange. Utes with the ball. And the Utes convert with the kill off the block. On the outside, number 13, Cynthia Silva.
Yeah, I like that swing by Cynthia. I did not think that was a very smart play before to tip that over the block. She got bailed out, got a second chance, and dropped the hammer for the side out.
Tusia Sena is blocked, trying to convert that point. The Utes with a small run of their own.
Faith Tusia Sena with the attempt there on that swing, trying to turn that back to the line, which, by the way, she gave us permission to call her Tusi from now on. A little bit easier, but they were all over her line there and just got clamped.
Wow, Manwell right on the right side, coming back, answering that. Utah Valley's going to keep their 2-point lead, and Manwell's back to serve. Good pass by the Utes. Huge miscommunication, Steve, on that attack attempt by the Utes.
That set going right over Chelsea's head. Outside hitter tried to keep it alive, but to no avail. Nice serve by number 14, but great pass.
Utah still struggling a bit with the passing. Utah Valley with the tip, but they couldn't convert it. Ball goes out of bounds, and that's a point for the Lady Utes.
Broadbent looking to go high off the hands with that tip, but she was a little too high, and that went well deep and out of bounds.
Yeah, that block hadn't quite formed yet, so she wasn't able to capitalize on that. And that service goes wide. That's a point for the Wolverines.
Utah Valley bailed out again.
Costa Vida get a free longboard ice cream bar with every entree purchase. Go to costavita.net and eat well, live inspired.
Wow.
Lady Utes right back with that slide play again to Barkowiak.
Nice touch by Cammie, unable to control it. It was a well-hit ball.
Looks like that's her bread and butter play with that offensive set.
Great pass.
Wow. Tusiasena with a huge kill on the right side. Really, you want to call that one-on-one. As we
right side thunder from Tusi.
Watch this as she just goes right down the line. Nobody there.
You could see that that block was set up a little inside, took full advantage. Wow.
Great up by the libero for the Wolverines. Manwell out of the back row, but the Utes control it. The big swing of their own on the outside. That's a kill for number 16, Sarah Hibbert. Hibbert seemed to be the one steady player for the Utes along with Barkowiak right now. Number seven, Jennifer Lanting into the match for the Utes.
Stephanie Neely back to serve. Nice floater, easily handled by Cammie. Broadbent just went over the block.
She really gets up well. Really is going to be, I think, a long night for the Utes on that outside. And with the way they've been distributing the ball, it may be a longer night, because if they key on one person too much, I think it's going to be a lot of those one-on-none situations that we saw before.
Utah battling back, just down one now at 13-12.
Huge get by the Utes, but handled well by UVU. Right to the bread and butter, Steve, on the outside. Broadbent again.
Little Broadbent thunder.
As we check the replay here, we see that set gets pushed all the way out really fast.
Starting to see that MVP caliber. Not intimidated at all by this Utah block.
Comes back with a great jump serve.
Wow,
oh, great dig.
Alice.
The Utes just have no answer. Oh, Barkowiak sneaks that through on the right side again, but the Lady Wolverines were there.
It looked like Utah Valley was set up pretty well for that slide, but Danny Robinson unable to get over the net, and that slid right through for Utah's 13th point.
Manwell with the pass. Out of the back row is Broadbent. Another kill.
Wow, that was a very athletic play by Kaylee. That set was a little bit out of position. She had to kind of turn that into a back row slide and go high off the hands. Put them up two at 15-13.
Another substitution back to serve is Lanny O'Reilly for the Wolverines.
Nice.
Steve, that's twice that they've substituted a server and twice that they've got an ace for a point.
Looked like it might have been a little bit of a miscommunication from the libero, Keisha, and Cynthia Silva, who actually shanked that ball. Put the Lady Wolverines up 3.
Wow, great pancake play by the substitution Stevens. Utes trying to answer back on transition. Smart tip by Manwell in the front row.
That's great court awareness right there by Cammie. Saw that block was set well inside. Finds the hole on the left side. Look at that, wide open.
She saw that the whole way.
Great dig.
Pushing outside. Manwell goes off the block, just out of bounds on that one. That one must have just danced down the line.
Utah able to pull within one, but Utah Valley not having any part of that. Spreading it out a little bit, 18-13.
Welcome back to our match as the Lady Wolverines take an early 18-13 lead in set one. Boy, Steve, they're just all over the Lady Utes at this point.
Yeah, they really are. Utah just has no answer for the fire from this Utah Valley team. You know, in all aspects, Utah Valley is just a young team just entering the conference, but they're not having any part of that. They've got a lot of fire, and they are just taking it to this Utah team. Great serve out of the timeout.
Another great dig.
Look at that.
Wow, that was a phenomenal dig by the Utes. Otherwise, Broadbent had another point. Manwell's tipping to the other side this time. Lady Wolverines with a touch on that ball, but Utah finding the court. Getting another point, bringing it up to 14-18.
Jennifer Lanting going over the block on that swing. 6'6" sophomore. That's a big girl.
Wow. Broadbent out of the back row again.
Broad jumping out of the back row. A huge kill.
You're gonna see this on the replay, just her. Oh, looks like we didn't catch it on that one. Wow, stuff blocked by Tusia Sena on the outside. Just huge, turning that
straight down.
Turning that right back into the court, just like she should. Utah Community Credit Union is the home of the UV Plus card. Pick up your UV Plus card at the newly remodeled UCCU branch on campus.
Looked like Cammie was almost fooled on that play. Able to get out to the outside, but not fast enough to actually stop it. Probably save the defensive player's life, as I'm sure that Jennifer Lanting was looking to just detonate that ball. Like that.
Another point for the Utes.
Chelsea Sandberg. A nice turn there.
Simmons' serve is handled decently by the Wolverines, but not in system. Looks like they went to the well one too many times on that one, Steve. They were able to put a block up on Broadbent on that particular play.
Yeah, Utah started to figure out, and I think they even knew that earlier in talking with Coach Lanier. They talked about the fact that that Kaylee Broadbent is just a huge weapon for Utah Valley.
Week, it's a chance to discuss mostly.
I've always been like super concerned about saving money, right? But like I really wanted like a good education too. I guess I really got green fever when like I found out how Utah Valley University can get me both.
We have our regulars, and of course there are always our new ones every time.
I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve.
This is my first week here. I'm really excited. This whole green fever thing's kind of just started for me. So.
More and more people want to know about green fever.
back to our match. Number 14, Abby Simmons to serve for the Lady Utes. Utes down by 3. Wolverines with a 20-17 lead in set 1. Tusia correction.
I'd really like to see Chelsea Fa'alonga take that ball with her hands. I think she had time to get there. That might have thrown off the hitter just enough to hit that ball and spray it just wide out of bounds.
Tusia she went over the block but just couldn't convert. Manwell just missing the sideline.
And Utah Valley's been in control this entire set, but they're starting to tighten up a little bit here toward the end. Wow.
Broadbent scores again out of the back row.
Utah able to get 3 up on that play, and Broadbent still able to find her way around that block for a kill.
Manwell back to serve for the Lady Wolverines. Set to the middle, and a kill by number 6, Chelsea Sandberg for the Lady Utes.
That's okay. At this point, all Utah Valley needs to do is just side out for the win. But the fact they've let Utah draw within 1 puts a lot of pressure on them to do just that.
Wolverines with a good pass. Tusia with the kill on the right side, but Utah coming up with the block.
It'd be a real shame for Utah Valley to drop this set, in the fact that they led early 6-2 and we're up as much as 18-13 just a couple moments ago. Now tied up at 21s with all the momentum going Utah's way.
I agree, Steve, and I think the real key here is that the Lady Wolverines aren't really losing to the Utes as much as they're just making a few mistakes at costly times that's just gave the Utes, kept the door open for them a little bit and allowed them to really stay close in this match, or in this first set.
It's a great point. I think you're right. I don't think Utah's done anything to draw even with them at 21s. I think it's all been Utah Valley just making little errors here and there. That last set was a little bit low, and she went after it anyway, and that block was all over it, just stuffed her straight down. So they're passing well. They just got to continue passing the ball well, allow Fa'alonga to move the ball around enough to confuse the blockers. So you'll see here, look how low that set is. She's got nowhere to go but straight into the hands of that block. So we'll see what they do here, how kind of serve receive we see, and where she pushes that ball to. My guess is to Broadbent. Uh-oh, tough
Broadbent
pass.
with the overpass. Capitalized on by the Utes. They take their first lead in a long time in this first set, 22-21.
I think that's their first lead of the whole set. Broadbent might have realized that that set was coming to her and passed before she was ready.
Horrible miscommunication there on the transition play by the Lady Wolverines.
Last part of this set going all Utah's way.
Tusia has to know that she's the one that's tagged to take that second ball if the setter's out of position.
Nice
Tough serve
pass
down the line. Manwell out of the back row and converts for the point.
That was a very mature and smart play there to be able to, for Cammie to be able to just shoot that ball just over the block and too short for the defender. Smart, controlled play for a much needed side out. There's some trouble there for Utah.
Wow. Tough floater by Jones. Comes up with the ace serve on the sideline.
And all of a sudden, it's anybody's set again. Another tough pass here. If I was Utah Valley, I'd go right back at that same passer, and she does. And another miss. Oh no!
just in.
Almost dispatched that out of bounds, but great serving there from Alice Jones, the senior, and acting and playing like it.
Robinson with the kill on that over.
Ooh, that was almost over.
Very close to be calling top of the net violation on the Utes, but
Sam Matoa, head coach for Utah Valley, not happy with the no call. The down ref shaking his head. They were all over it.
Manwell with the service out of system. That's a lift. Number 9, Danielle Kilpack, just couldn't.
Broadbent, wow, that was a tough play there.
As you see here,
Look
Steve.
at that ball just sit in the blocker's hand. It was actually a net violation anyway.
Kathleen Stevens serves.
Great
Good pass.
serve.
Barkowiak.
UV giving it right back to Utah. Low set, great up there by Alice. There it
Manwell out of
is.
the back row. That does it for the first set. Utah Valley.
Cammie out of the back row.
Lady Wolverines take that first set, 26-24. We'll be right back. Where the Lady Wolverines have taken the first set, 26-24 from the Lady Utes. And Steve, tell me what you think.
You know, what's interesting is we're looking at the stats here. Utah actually had a little bit better hitting percentage, hitting just over 300. Utah Valley at 175. However, Utah Valley with a couple more kills, 16 to Utah's 14. And they were just able to get it done. They led, they were in control that entire set right up until the very end when they let Utah back in. But they were able to keep their composure and close it out for a much needed win in the first set.
Chelsea Sandberg for Utah had 4 kills on 4 attempts with a 1,000 hitting percentage. So she's perfect on the night. But other than that, they haven't been real steady anywhere else on the floor.
At Utah Valley, 8 kills for Kaylee Broadbent, hitting over 300. 5 for Cammie Manwell, hitting at 250. We knew going into this match that those were going to be the 2 top guns for the Utah Valley Lady Wolverines, and they have not disappointed. They're carrying the brunt of the workload, and they're getting it done.
And I think once you see that the communication or timing between Tusia Sena and Fa'alolo, as that develops throughout the course of the match, hopefully that they'll be able to capitalize and spread the ball out even a little bit further. And I think it's just going to create more problems for the Lady Utes.
Definitely. And I'll tell you one thing for Utah, instead they're able to do a good job to move that ball around. The well spread out offense. Of course, Carolina getting a few more sets than anybody else, and therefore a few more kills, but looking good.
Pepsi is proud to be a major sponsor of UVU Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world. UCCU is proud to be the title sponsor of the official UVU student section, the Mall. Students can join the Mall for just $20 at Campus Connection. At Costa Vida, get a free longboard ice cream bar with every entree purchase. Go to costavita.net and eat well, live inspired. Okay, as we start set number 2, back to serve is number 14, Abby Simmons for the Lady Utes. A little bit of a mishandled ball by the Lady Wolverines. But a big block in the middle with number 15, Sarah Clement.
1-on-1 at the net, and Chelsea Sandberg is stuffed. You will not see that very often, and that was probably a hitting error there to hit straight ahead like that, right into the block.
Service by Manwell is just out of bounds. Puts Utah back at the service line. Cynthia Silva to serve for the Lady Utes. Wow, tough float serve.
Wow, great bump set there.
Right back to the outside, broadbent, automatic.
I'll tell you, Alice Jones plays with a lot of fire. She's fun to watch. She's a total spark plug out there for that team. She sets an awesome bump set there to the outside, and she was cheering before that ball even hit the ground.
Utes with a good in-system pass, kill on the outside. just the way they needed to go. They're going to stay with the Lady Wolverines tonight. That was one of the keys to the match as well, Steve. Coach Lanier said that they need to be able to match the intensity of the Wolverines. And so far, I don't think they've done it.
No, and they're hoping at this point to kind of stay with the Wolverines early on so they can do that. But plays like that are going to get this crowd involved and continue to keep the momentum all on UVU's side.
Let's watch this replay as Fa'alongo just freezes the defense. Great timed tip by the setter. Point for UVU.
It was well disguised using both hands to set that ball. Once one hand drops away, the blockers know what's going on. It's a good call by the up ref. That was a mishandled ball.
You don't see that called very often these days, but couldn't help but not call that one, Steven.
Even on a quick back set, that ball had at least one rotation, which is a good indication that that ball was mishandled.
Stevens back to serve for the Lady Utes. Nice float serve.
Stevens had a nice run in that first set.
Oh, Fa'alongo wins the joust. UVU chasing it down. Manwell out of the back row. And on the right side to Markowiak, but that's turned back inbounds for a point for the Wolverines.
I don't know if that ball cleared the net anyway, but just in case, nice stuff block right back down the line.
It's very, very questionable for sure. Stevens to continue to serve. Oh,
that ball wanted to drop at the end, but continued to sail long.
It was dropping fast, and she had to make a quick decision back there, Cynthia Silva, but she did the right thing to let that go long. Serving for the Lady Utes, number 2, Stephanie Neely.
Lady Utes have got to be scratching their heads right now, trying to understand why this isn't going the way it was supposed to go. Wow, I don't know about that call. If anything, it looked a little deep, maybe a lift, but I don't know about the double contact. Maybe it was a little bit of a makeup call for the first one.
Thought that was a good pass for that play, right speed, but head official Terry Jackson not liking that. Broadbent just being smart to keep it in. It floats out to the outside. Markowiak couldn't convert. Silva with the dig. But just not enough ball control tonight by the Lady Utes. I think that's the real key here, Steve, is ball control.
That was an interesting play there by Broadbent, just kind of sticking a hand up there and able to soft block that ball well enough to keep that play alive. Man, that is a great jump serve by her.
Might have been a little miscommunication there on that one in the back row. Otherwise, I think that ball would have came up and gave the Wolverines another conversion opportunity.
I agree. I think Alice would have had that ball, but she kind of hesitated, thinking someone else might have had it.
Markowiak to serve for Lady Utes. Not a great pass by the Wolverines.
That's really been the only chink in UVU's armor so far is their serve receive. They need to push that ball to the net. And like their coach Samatoa said, stay in system.
That was a great push on the outside to Cynthia Silva. I think if they can do a little bit more of that, they'll be looking good.
I agree, and they're hanging right there, tied at 6-6. It's not like this is UVU's match, but they need to just fine-tune their game a little bit more. I think if they put enough pressure on UVU, they might be surprised at the outcome.
Service errors like that are not going to help if you're trying to gain momentum. O'Reilly serve, deep floater. Got to go back outside to Silva.
Wow.
Smart tip.
It's a nice call by the down ref. I agree. I think that ball hit the hardwood. Such a nice play, an athletic play by Cynthia. Very tight set. If she had swung away at that, she would have gotten clamped for sure, but able to just avoid the block, put that ball away.
Oh, great pull out of the net, but Fa'alongo couldn't stay out of it herself. Another point for the Lady Wolverines, and they take an 8-7 lead here in set number 2.
Once again, UVU struggling with the serve receive.
Manwell almost overran that ball, but was able to put something on it. No lift call by the up official. Broadbent was just a little bit underneath that ball.
Broadbent looking for the high hands again. Sprays that ball back to the back wall.
Libero Keisha Fisher continues to serve for the Lady Utes.
Wow. Great dig. Utah's Stephanie Neely makes a great move to that ball. Fortunately, teammate was in the net.
Sarah Clement with another kill as the Wolverines serve. Fa'alonga with the serve. Out to the right side.
Wow.
Jennifer Lanting, number 7 with the kill.
Again, Jennifer Lanting, 6'6". She's like 3 inches taller than me. She's huge. Hits that ball straight down.
Abby Simmons with the serve, but that goes long. Oh, that's overruled, called in by the linesman, and the up official agrees.
That serve looked long, but as they say, fell off the table at the end there and caught the back line.
Utah Valley down 3 in set number 2. Welcome back to our match where the Lady Utes have taken a 3-point lead over Lady Wolverines in set number 2. They're up 11-8, but I think a lot of the points scored by the Utes are on mistakes from the Lady Wolverines, Steven.
Yeah, Utah Valley just needs to settle in and pass the ball. They can run their offense.
Tucia Sater with a tip over the block. Tough ball handled by the Lady Utes. And a great kill on the overpass set in transition by the Lady Utes.
Alice doing a nice job to keep that ball alive. Unfortunately, it was a perfect set for the Lady Utes. Put it away.
Sandberg gets another kill. I think she's still hitting 1,000. That kill goes out of bounds, and that gives Cincha Silva another kill. Utah Community Credit Union is the home of the UV Plus card. Pick up your UV Plus card at the newly remodeled UCCU branch on campus. Lady Wolverines in the middle with the kill. It's number 15, Sarah Clement.
So far in this set, it's been all Utah. UV making a nice pass there and able to run their offense for the kill in their 8th point, down 5.
Another bad pass by Cincha Silva. She's really struggling tonight. Great up by the libero for Utah. Got just what they wanted, but the swing by Broadbent just goes wide and out of bounds. It gives Utah another point. Silva back to serve for the Lady Utes. Wow.
Wow. Absolutely crushed that ball, I think, right off of Sarah Hibbert's head. Put her on the ground there for a second.
We'll get a chance to see it right here, Steve.
Absolutely hammers this ball. Yeah, she
right
caught
off
her
her
straight
face.
off the nugget.
Silva still struggling in serve receive.
Utah Valley.
Looks like they found their target to pick on now.
Yeah, showing a little character here, making a run in the middle part of the second set. Coach Willier having a quick chat to make sure that Sarah Hibbert was still conscious.
It's a good kill by the Lady Utes to get another point. Gives them their 15th point. They're still up by 4. But the Lady Wolverines are making a comeback little by little. Sandberg to serve. Broadbent with the pass. Outside to Broadbent. handled by the Utes. Big swing on the outside by number 16, Sarah Hibbert, who's contributing well tonight.
Lady Utes doing a nice job in transition there. Running a nice play. Oh, tough serve.
Broadbent struggled with that one. Shanked out of bounds for a point. Utes still in command of this set.
And Sam calling a substitution there, just trying to slow the Utah Utes down a little bit. Nice job there.
Looks like it worked.
I like that. A lot of times, for the untrained eye, they might not understand what happened right there, but Sam giving the server just enough time to think about it and watching her spray that ball out of bounds for an easy side out for the Lady Wolverines.
Stevens back to serve for the Lady Wolverines. Jump floater. Handled well by the Utes. Pass to the middle. That's a kill by number 9, Danielle Kilpack.
Nobody up on that swing. Wide open net.
I think the Lady Wolverines got caught cheating outside a little bit because the Lady Utes haven't been passing very well. Lady Utes taking advantage. Service goes long. Utah Valley is going to score their 13th point. They got their big server Broadbent back to serve.
Well, they need a run here from the big jump server, Kaylee Broadbent. There's a good start right there.
Right back to Cynthia Silva, who just passed that one just a little tight. It wasn't a terrible pass, but just can't make those kind of mistakes. Moving it around back to the libero. Great pass. Oh, nobody up on Barkowiak.
Wow.
And Elise just lips that ball. Wolverines get a conversion and a point.
That was an awesome play by Utah Valley. Great swing in the cross court after some huge defensive plays to keep that ball alive. Utah Valley climbing back down 15-18 late in set number 2.
It looked like, Steve, that Manwell kind of overran that set just a little bit, but was able to kind of cut it around the block and still keep it inside.
Yeah, doing a nice job to avoid getting roofed straight down. The Wolverines clawing their way back into this set. It's a nice timeout by Coach Lanier. See if they can drop a play here to get the ball back on their side of the net and get some momentum back for them.
This timeout is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi is proud to be a major sponsor of UVU Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world.
Yeah, Utah Valley needs to come back with a tough serve right here. Let's see about keeping that momentum on their side to nullify the timeout by Coach Lanier. I'm sure the coach is just trying to slow down this jump serve because Broadbent is bringing it tonight. A couple of really nice serves for a couple of broken plays. Another nice serve, decent pass.
Linesman calling that one in. That's a kill for Barkowiak.
Yeah, the only thing I would have to say to Kaylee Broadbent on that serve is keep that away from number 11, Keisha Fisher. She is just passing nails.
That service by Barkowiak goes out of bounds. Keeps Utah Valley close, 16-19 in set number 2.
Alice Jones just chasing that ball out of bounds, screaming at it all the way.
Looks like number 5, Lanny O'Reilly, back to serve for the Lady Wolverines.
Got a pretty nice jump float serve herself.
Yeah. Another error by Cynthia Silva, letting the ball touch her before it goes out of bounds. Cut it a little too thick that time. Ball goes out of bounds. Lady Utes get another point.
I like where her head's at, though. I would have gone right back to that same player myself. Like you said, just a little bit wide.
Fisher's service. Great pass by the Lady Wolverines. Broadbent.
Oh, the one-handed stab.
Out to Manwell.
Oh.
Detonates it down the outside, but gets dug. Broadbent out of the back row, and just long.
That was weird. I thought I saw a touch on that one, but nobody else did, so I guess I'm wrong.
They're going to talk about it right now. Head official Carrie Jackson questioning that herself. But I think the call is going to stand, and I think it's going to be 21-17 for the Lady Utes. This timeout brought to you by Costa Vida. Costa Vida, get a free longboard ice cream with every entree purchase. Go to costavita.net and eat well. Live inspired.
Utah looking to even this match up at 1 set apiece, leading 21-17. Sam trying to figure out a way to stop the bleeding, get his girls back on top.
I still don't have the sense, Steve, that the Lady Utes are really taking command of this second set or this match at all. I think they're still making a lot of mistakes, and the Lady Wolverines just aren't capitalizing on all the opportunities that they've been given. I still think that they hold the momentum.
Yeah, I'm sure Utah is still back on their heels at this point, being down a set. Again, the only part I'm seeing on UVU's part of the net is their serve receive. If they could just tighten that up a little bit, I think they'd be in control yet in this set as well.
Fisher to serve for the Utes. Pushed to the back row pipe by Broadbent. It's handled by the Utes on a free ball.
A great bump set.
Ball swung right over the top of the block. Wow. This time just inside for the kill.
It's a big weapon right there in Jennifer Lanting. I mean, just throw that ball in the air and let her take a whack at it. I mean, that was like straight down past the block with 2 up. Wow.
Now the momentum is starting to shift. I see the Utah Utes playing within system, serving tough, keeping Utah Valley right out of their game plan.
Utah taking advantage of every broken play in this second set.
Utah in
Nice
transition.
set.
Silva off the top of the block for another kill.
Yeah, Cynthia gets up high. The great set a little bit tight, but she just gets up and goes after it high off the hands.
Got the Utes serving for set point. Had a replay called on that play.
That's unfortunate for Utah Valley. That served well out of bounds, but ball came on the court. Replay it is.
Good pass
Great
by
pass.
Manwell. Oh. Gutsy play by Fa'alomo. Pushing that ball in the back corner. Over on
Chelsea,
2.
wow. Fa'alomo kind of taking control there, putting it in her own hands. That's a gutsy play.
Fa'alomo back to serve.
Needs to run off like 6 straight right now. Not gonna happen.
No surprise they went to Lanting again on the right side. He's just been tearing up that right side. Utah takes a 25-18 win in set number 2.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time.
Folks, we're going to take a short break. We come back from our halftime. We'll discuss a little bit more about some of the keys to the match and how they're playing out thus far. Welcome back. As we're all tied up here, folks. 1 set apiece. for the Lady Wolverines and the Lady Utes. As we look at the stats from the first 2 sets, Steve, what sticks out in your mind?
Well, first of all, coming out of the first set, hitting percentage, Utah had a better hitting percentage at 314 to Utah Valley's 175. But then if you look at game 2, Utah had a 444 hitting percentage and UVU only 185. So their hitting percentage was about the same. However, Utah's hitting percentage, they're on fire right now. They've got 2 hitters, one with 7 kills hitting at 600, that's Chelsea Sandberg, and another with 7 kills hitting at 700. Both of them leading their team in kills and blistering hitting percentages.
And the service errors and service aces are really about even. 4 for Utah on the errors, 3 for Utah Valley, 2 aces for Utah Valley with 3 aces to Utah. So not a huge difference there, but the momentum is starting to shift. And I think it's really due to the fact that Utah Valley is not controlling the ball as they were in the first set.
Totally, I totally agree with you. One other thing I was thinking about, Utah only had 27 attempts that one, same as UVU. However, in the first set, Utah Valley had 40 attempts. So their attempt level has gone way down. Nice block there by UVU. They need to give themselves more opportunities. That's what it comes down to. And the way they're going to do that is they've got to start passing better. Their serve receive fell apart in that second set, and they've got to pick that up, which I'm sure is something that Sam has told them they need to do.
Good placement on the serve there, but Utah able to convert for the point. It's all tied up 1-1. Set number 3. Lady Utes back to serve. Looks like Cynthia Silva. Tough ball down the line. Out to Broadbent. Big swing, but Utah handles that.
That is a smart play there.
And a smart substitution into the match. Right now we've got number 10, JC Curesa, in for Tusia Sena. Immediately comes and produces.
That was a great turn down the line. Most likely that ball is going to go off the left hand of that blocker and out of bounds exactly as it did. One other stat I was looking at, Utah Valley had 16 kills in their first set, only 8, half as many in the second set. So again, one other thing we got to talk about is their kill percentage. They've got to start putting that ball away.
Comes down to production.
Nice serve, tough pass.
Oh, Utah Valley with an excellent opportunity to score in transition, or at least to attempt to score in transition, and just couldn't handle it there. This timeout coming to you by Costa Vida. At Costa Vida, get a free longboard ice cream bar with every entree purchase. Go to costavita.net and eat well, live inspired. Right back to our action here. Utah not doing very well in their system.
That was a great free ball pass there by Alice Jones.
Sarah Clement in the middle with the kill, immediately taking advantage and still providing a very steady attack in the middle for the Wolverines.
This is a clear touch on the block there. Fingers bent all the way backward on that. Visible from here at the sports table. And yet Utah not wanting to let that go.
Terry Jackson getting that one right. And I think she's made the call, so I don't see where she can actually overrule herself, but stranger things have happened.
Well, they were having to rely on the line judges, who did a good job on that play and got it right.
Coach Lanier not happy. Coach Lanier known for wanting to get her way with the calls, but I think it was pretty obvious on this one there was a touch.
Yeah.
Coach Lanier in her 20th season coaching women's volleyball Division I level.
Nice.
Miscommunication, service ace for Utah Valley.
I'm really impressed with Stevens' float serve. It is It is brutal. They have not passed that serve very well at all tonight. That one there doing a great job. Little hubby wife right up the middle. Ooh, that looked like a lift. Got away with that one.
That's up.
Great play by Alice Jones. She's everywhere. Again.
Utah Valley trying to come out of the back row with Manwell. Not converting. Pushing it to the outside is the Utes. But turned back by the Lady Wolverines with a big block.
Sarah Clement with the solo block at the net. Like a replay of the first set.
Just great transition swing block right outside.
Utah covering everywhere but where the ball fell.
Utah still struggling in service receive.
Wow.
Lady Wolverines right back to first set form. Could be trouble. Big trouble for the Lady Utes.
6-2. We're right back where we started in set one. Broadbent finding that swing again. Huge shoulder. Just detonating cross court. No prayer of bringing that ball back.
As we take a look at the near capacity crowd here, Steve, we can see that momentum shift coming back to the Wolverines. They're taking advantage of second chance opportunities in transition volleyball, and they're scoring.
Yeah, I don't know what Sam told them in that little break they had. He flexed that Samoan muscle, scared the girls a little bit because they are coming out in fuego in this third set. Totally in control at 6-2.
Broadbent flexing a little muscle of her own.
No kidding.
The thing she does really well, not only does she have a great arm, a great shoulder, but you'll see her contract her whole torso and stay behind the ball as she swings, getting all of the power from her body, not just her arm, into each swing.
Yeah, I noticed in that second set, not just Broadbent, but most of the hitters, very tentative, rolling the ball over the block, setting it over, trying to do cute little stuff rather than just being aggressive. And I don't know if that was due to the tough serving of the Utes or just nerves, but they have forgotten all about that in this third set, and they're just playing with a lot of power and a lot of intensity.
Still struggling with the serve. Utes on the outside, but dug up again in transition. Out of the back row is Manwell. Silva with the touch. Coming on the outside, but Wolverines take advantage. Here they go, outside to Broadbent.
Nice
Tips.
cover.
Oh, Fa'alongo gets a hand on it, but just outside, off the block, point for the Lady Utes.
And that was unfortunate. It looked like Fa'alongo had that ball covered, but turned her hand outside and got used out of bounds.
Fa'alongo to Manwell. Wow. She went to that spot earlier in the first set, going right back to it again in the third.
That's great awareness again, great vision, able to see the court, and that's tough when you're hitting the ball in the back row to be able to make that shot.
Broadbent back to serve. Pepsi is proud to be a major sponsor of UVU Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world.
Broadbent again, for those of you not familiar with the hubby-wife call, the husband and wife, no communication. Up the middle, right between two passers. That's your ball. Nope, that's your ball. Nope, that's UVU's ball.
That ball's in the corner, Steve. That's an ace. I think we got a timeout coming. Nope, Coach Lanier's gonna let them struggle and work through it on their own.
The mall crowd all hanging up that A, that big A for the ace. Look at her just thundering balls. That one right at the libero.
Barkowiak with the kill on the right side. And that's just what Utah has to do if they really want to have a chance in this match. If not, I think it's really, really going to be one-sided. They're not able to play within system.
It's a great pass there.
Manwell with the kill.
Cammie Manwell.
We'll
see here. A little bit of thunder of her own there with the overpass.
First
nice
one.
Job covering that ball.
Almost goes down.
Nobody up. Fire away. Oh, wow.
Utah just struggling to find an answer for their passing game.
Stephanie Neely doing a great job even to get a hand on that ball, but unable to control it. 11-4. This is a shellacking Utah Valley's putting on.
Haven't seen Coach Lydier come out of her seat just yet.
You know, good for her. She's just going to let her girls play through this. They need to learn, hey, it's not about coaching at this point. It's about the girls showing up and doing their jobs, and they're struggling to get it done right now.
Oh, overpassed by the Wolverines. Not a good kill attempt. Fa'alogo with the tip, handled by the Utes. Block is turned back inbounds. Block for the Wolverines and another point.
UVU celebrating a little bit early. Got away with it on that one. That ball almost came back.
Danny Robinson with the block in the middle. Fa'alogo to serve. Overpass. It's going to lead to a free ball for the Wolverines. Let's see what they do.
Wow.
Teresa making a huge substitution. She's 2 for 2 and kills on the right side, proving to be a very smart substitution.
JC doing a great job right there, avoiding the block. There was a nice block up there, up in her line, but choosing to go angle and just hammering that ball.
Good pass by the Lady Utes, but a poor kill attempt in the middle.
Okay, if I'm Stephanie Neely at this point, I'm just throwing everything out there to number 7, Jennifer Lanting, who of course just got subbed out as I said that, but in the front row, boy, she is just powerful, and there really is no answer for her. You might as well just drop back off the net and try to dig it, because she's just going over the block every time.
Manwell with the pass, pushed outside a little too fast for Caressa that time.
A little fast, a little low. Caressa just trying to catch up with it, but no go.
Good communication with the Wolverines and their setter.
Nice pass. Wow. Alice Jones, just unrelenting.
Manwell on the outside. Fa'alogo pushing the ball all the way out to the antenna. She's able to go around, get the kill. Let's take a look here, Steve.
Cammie, just hammering this ball down the line. Block doing a nice job to get out there. Sets up for it, but there's nobody down the line.
For all you young setters out there too, you see the way that Fa'alogo squares up to the ball, squares up to the set when she pushed that ball outside, allowing her to push that ball all the way out to the antenna. Silva powering that one through for a kill for the Utes, but it's still feeling a little too late for the Utes in set number 3, Steve.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work some magic here to get back into this set.
Quick pass, Fa'alogo pulls it out of the bottom of the net. Utah gets an opportunity in transition and gets the kill on the outside. Number 16, Sarah Hibbert.
Oh, got away with one there. That was a low set. Push to the outside. (15-9). UVU well in control.
Lanny O'Reilly back to serve.
Nice deep floater.
That serves out of bounds. Excuse me. That attack was out of bounds. Service was good. O'Reilly continuing to serve for the Lady Wolverines.
Utah at this point just trying to hang on and not get embarrassed. If anything, maybe try to get a little momentum going into this fourth set, but that's not going to get it done. 17-9.
The Great West Conference is really showing up against a perennial powerhouse in the Mountain West Conference and a perennial powerhouse in the NCAA in Utah. Oh, X-play in the middle. Teresa again, really capitalizing on the second. This timeout comes courtesy of Utah Community Credit Union. Utah Community Credit Union is the home of the UV Plus card. Pick up your UV Plus card at the newly remodeled UCCU branch on campus today. As the Lady Wolverines are really taking it to the Lady Utes with an 18-9 lead in set number 3. So far, the Lady Utes have found no answer for the Lady Wolverines in this third set.
Great serve out of the timeout. Nice pass.
Just a bit of miscommunication on who was taking that ball for the Lady Wolverines.
Unfortunate series of events there for Utah Valley. Plenty of time on that tip, but unable to convert.
Lanny O'Reilly not happy with herself. She wanted to stay in the match. Wanted to keep providing points at the service line. Broadbent doing her thing. On the outside, huge swing.
I'll tell you, Kaylee Broadbent has great vision on that attack. She's able to see that block and just hit right by it almost every time. That's just such a nice swing by her. 19-10.
I don't think there's a blocker in the country that can hang with her one-on-one on the outside.
Not when she's swinging like that. Great serve. Oh, she needs to be aggressive on that. Kind of an ugly set. Ref lets him go. Oof.
Clement doing some work in the front row.
Great stab there.
Fa'alongo taking it into her own hands with the tip. Utah Valley in transition to the outside. Free ball
Great
attempt.
Volleyball.
Middle's got to get there. Smart tip. Sarah Clement really doing it all on that series.
Sarah Clement ending that very long rally, killing him with kindness with a little dump right over the top of the block. Some great volleyball right there.
Broadbent swings so hard, she just pushes the defense back to the last third of the court. They're not even able to get back out of transition, set up. Clement takes advantage.
Utah showing so much determination. Such great defense is still unable to score a point.
Around the block, over the block, doesn't matter where Kaylee Broadbent goes. Kaylee Broadbent gets a kill. Let's check this out, Steve.
Kaylee kind of went to sleep a little bit in that second set, but I'll tell you, she's awake now, and she is just hammering balls left and right at this Utah team.
She seems to hit the ball off of the net just as well as she does on the net, which is really rare for an outside hitter. Usually they like that ball tied up on the net. I know you like that ball up there on the net, Steve, when we play.
Heck yeah. It's the Showtime swing right there, but it's tough against the big block. Wow! Alice Jones with a huge dig.
Net violation by Fa'alongo. Just couldn't keep herself out of the net with the momentum she had trying to pull that ball out.
She is just fearless back there defensively, seemingly popping everything up. Great pass.
Sarah Clement again on the right side with the kill.
Utah Valley doubling up Utah at 22-11 in this third set. Spreads her out just far enough to spread that block and finds a big hole right in between the two blockers.
Utes get a good touch, but just not able to bring it back to get any kind of attempt at a swing.
Good for Kaylee for going after that serve. I mean, at 22-11, just let it rip. 100% as hard as you can. You know, if it goes out, it goes out, side out. This game's almost over anyway. But if it goes in, nobody's going to touch that ball.
Manwell with a good pass. Manwell on the outside. When she's on, she's just as dangerous as Broadbent, just as efficient. And this two-pronged attack for the Lady Wolverines is just proven to be too much right now for the Lady Utes.
Everything going right. Everything going UVU's way.
Lanting not able to get a swing on the ball, but Utah back with the dig. Cynthia Silva off the block for the point. Point for the Lady Utes.
Keisha Fisher just continues to play great defense back there. Wow, nice serve.
And that's what they have to do, Steve. Even though they're 2 points away from another set, they've got to continue to serve tough if they want any chance to get themselves back in this third set or this match.
Yeah, they have got to create some momentum here going into that fourth set.
There's just no answer for the steady play of the Lady Wolverines right now. They're passing well, getting the ball out to their big guns. And
I was talking just briefly with Scott Lee, assistant coach for Utah Valley, before the match, and he said, I don't know, we are great at home. We're a really good team at home.
that ball's long.
They just dominated 25-14.
I don't think I've ever seen that with a smaller conference like the Great West coming in and at home just having their way in this tournament with the Lady Utes.
Yeah, Utah, they've got to not hang their heads right now. They've got to find a way to come back in this fourth set. Utah Valley, I'm kind of curious which team's going to show up here, if it's going to be the one we saw in the first or the second or the third set.
At Costa Vida, get a free longboard ice cream with every entree purchase. Go to CostaVita.net and eat well and live inspired. Costa Vida.
And Utah Valley is playing inspired right now.
You know what surprises me the most, Steve, is that Utah coach Beth Lanier is continuing to go to Cynthia Silva as an outside hitter. I'm really surprised she hasn't made a substitution there.
Yeah, I would ride.
Look here.
6-6 opposite. That's a nice replay right here. Just thundering balls. And Utah's just trying to hang on at that point with both hands.
Coach Lanier did say she was really worried about the outside attack of the Lady Wolverines, and she's proven to be pretty prophetic here as that's the trouble they're having. They just can't pass well, and they cannot stop the outside attack from the Lady Wolverines.
Yeah, that's it, and that's the key. When you've got big outside hitters, you can get away a little bit with a couple bad passes here or there because you're just going to shove the ball to the outsides anyway, and it's their job to clean up the mess. And I'll tell you what, both Broadbent and Manwell have done a great job of cleaning up a lot of messes. They did pass a lot better in that third set. But I'll tell you, the hitting percentage of Utah Valley in that third set, 441. They basically swapped, because in set 2, Utah was 444, UVU was 185. This time, UVU was 441 and Utah was 188.
That's
so Utah
dismal,
Valley
a dismal 188.
Yeah, Utah Valley taking care of the ball on their side of the net. Like to be a fly on the wall right now in that huddle with Coach Lanier. See what she's telling her girls to fire them up. get them excited. If I'm San Matoa right now, I'm saying, hey, don't fix what ain't broken. Don't change a thing. You girls stay fired up, a lot of intensity, pass well, and the rest will take care of itself.
Coach Lanier really in the huddle there is being very steady, seeming unshaken, just talking to the girls, telling them to, you know, the keys that they need to do to get back into this match, and be very calm, very collected.
I was going to say a minute ago, if I'm the setter for Utah, and number 7, Jennifer Lanting's in the front row, I am feeding that girl 100% of the sets, because at 6'6", you get that ball anywhere near the net, she's going to take care of it. And I mean, those are almost guaranteed points and or side outs.
As we get ready to start our 4th set, Utah Valley has a 2-1 lead over the Lady Utes. Utah Valley really looking to close this out in 4 sets. Really want to wrap this match up, get a huge win in this home tournament for them. And they'll be off to a great start over a really traditionally strong Utah team.
Remember, the Lady Wolverines coming into this match, well, from the Utah recorder, it was 6-0 for Utah. From assistant Scott Lee for UVU, it was 0-4. Either way, it's a big donut for UVU going into this match. They've never beaten Utah, so this is huge for them.
And if they continue to play the way they've been playing in this match thus far, they're going to notch their first victory over a strong Lady Ute team. Another hitting error by the Lady Utes.
And
Number 6.
If I'm a Lady Ute right now, I am struggling with my confidence. I'm trying to hit the ball in the court. Oh, Cammie bailing him out with that serve.
That was going to be a tough serve to receive, I guarantee, if that clears the net. Cincha Silva back to serve for the Lady Utes. Let's see if she can turn her game around from the service line.
Utah Valley needs a good pass, perfect pass. An unforced hitting error by Utah Valley. Number 4, Danny Robinson, sprays it wide and out of bounds.
They got the kind of pass they wanted on that. Good separation between the middle blocker. Just couldn't put it in the court.
Tough serve. Wow, look at that pass.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know who's the bigger MVP. Maybe the libero, Elise Jones.
Holy smokes, that was a tough serve.
Look at the way she gets down on this ball.
Look at her move to that ball and be able to put that perfectly into the setter's hands. I'll tell you, I thought in that first set, Alice Jones struggled passing. I didn't see her pass well at all, and she has really turned it up and gotten her focus on. Wow.
Utah back with a strong attack in the middle.
Chelsea Sandberg answering back the nice swing out of the middle.
The Utes have been pretty productive in the middle when they've had the opportunity to run that play, but it's not been very often tonight. Utah Valley with a little bit of a bad pass. Can't convert, has to go with the free ball.
Ooh, yeah, that was kind of ugly. It's a good thought, but that was definitely a lift. She took that all the way from her hip.
Pepsi is proud to be a major sponsor of UVU Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world. Good pass by the Wolverines. Broadbent just gets turned back, and Manwell can't cover. Another point for the Utes.
Utah Valley, after starting this 4th set, 2-0, drops now 5-3 Utah. Nice call by the down ref. I thought that ball hit the wood as well.
Very close, but John White, down official all over it, as we'll see here.
Broadbent, with how hard she swings, able to catch the defense back on their heels a little bit.
And that ball was well down on the court.
Yeah, defense back taking cover. digging foxholes.
Stevens with the float serve, back to Cynthia Silva, who cannot.
Once again. I don't know what she's doing back there. She's got some Vaseline somewhere on a headband or something, but she's putting some serious movement on that ball.
Silva is having all kinds of trouble and nowhere to go for help.
I've been watching head coach Samatoa. He just keeps telling his girls over and over again, serve Cynthia. I don't care if she's on the bench, serve her.
It looks to me like she's playing up a little bit too far. I think if she took a step back, she might give herself a little more time to read the ball coming over the plane of the net. But thus far, really hasn't been able to adjust.
Wow, such a nice serve.
Low set, but fast and outside, was able to convert.
Hats off to Cynthia, able to come back. I'll tell you, when you're passing and it's not going your way, it's real easy to get in your own head and really psych yourself out and get even worse. But she was able to come back and make a good enough pass to push that ball out to the outside hitter and get a kill.
Longo sets it back row to Manwell, but Manwell's blocked. The 9-10 combination for the Lady Utes.
Not a great pass, having to force that ball to the back row. Utah blocked all over it.
We've got Lanting on the outside blocking now for the Utes. But I think they should have put her on the right side because Broadbent just goes all the way around Bartkowiak.
I don't know if Kaylee's middle name is automatic, but it should be.
You can see the block was late. Broadbent taking advantage. Bartkowiak off the block on the right side for a kill for the Lady Utes. Utes still with a 1-point lead in this fourth set, but no direction as to where the momentum is heading this time.
Even though Utah's up 1 point right now, it really feels like Utah Valley's in control of this fourth set.
Kowiak out of the back row, but Elise is there. I'll tell you what, if that ball comes out of the net any further, Elise Jones has got that ball. She is everywhere. But the Lady Utes come up with a point. They're up 9-7 in the fourth set. Longo on the outside to Manwell. Smart tip. Libero pushes that to Silva. Silva outside and gets the kill for the Lady Utes.
Elise unable to handle that last attack. That's the only one I can count tonight that she hasn't been all over. Nice
Manwell sets that
pass.
ball back. Brings it down the line for the kill.
I'll tell you that being able to take that pass overhead like that has really bailed out a lot of passers, myself included. That's a real tough ball to receive when it's up high like that, just as we saw right there.
And you just
Oh, wow.
not sure what Manwell was thinking on that one after such a phenomenal up.
Wow. Like a reverse dunk on that third attack.
Just kind of got out of disoriented a little bit, I think. Manwell kind of gave herself really no options there. Gave her setter really nowhere to go but to her. Block was able to cheat out, force her to really cut that ball wide. Utes come up with a point. This last replay, Steve, you see she just cuts that ball a little bit wide. Utah able to capitalize, get another point, force the Wolverines into a timeout. But after the timeout, Manwell taking control on the outside.
Cammie Manwell with that same swing right before the timeout. This one able to find the line on a hard angle.
Hitters always love it when their setter comes back to them, give them an opportunity. A near six-pack on that play. I think she caught it off the shoulder.
I don't know if that was the shoulder or not, but she didn't take it with her hand, that's for sure.
We'll see if
She
we
got
can spot it
drilled
here.
Point blank. That's why overpasses can be so dangerous.
Utah off the block for a point.
Cinchia has been struggling passing a little bit tonight, but I'll give her this. Her offense is awesome. She just gets up high, has a great arm swing, and uses that block well.
She does well when the ball is pushed all the way to the outside of the antenna. Otherwise, that block's able to form and give her a little bit of trouble, but she's really swinging hard. Push outside by the Lady Utes off the top of the block. Dug up. A very, very rare these days for the up official to call two contacts.
Yeah, that wasn't perfect. I think I've seen worse sets been let go tonight, but
it really seems like the volleyball indoor game has really let that contact really
I agree.
get a little bit more sloppy.
Internationally, boy, it's almost like there's no rule.
Smart play by the Lady Wolverines, just going into short court.
That's an awesome free ball right there. Not giving him anything.
Falongo with a nice touch. Utes are called out of rotation, and immediately Coach Lanier is up off her chair wanting to know what is going on.
Not excited about that call at all, and the down ref was real quick to tell her, she's too deep. She cannot play there. She is out of rotation. Oh, and she's saying, no, take a look at who is. You messed up. We're right, you're wrong. So it's a replay.
UCCU is proud to be the title sponsor of the official UVU student section, the Mall. Students can join the Mall for just $20 at Campus Connection.
A smart play there by the 20-year veteran, Coach Lanier, able to reverse that call.
Capitalize on the service error by the Lady Wolverines. Silva hasn't been passing very well tonight, but she knew where she was in the rotation. But really struggling overall tonight, as you can see, with that missed serve. Not having her best match.
One of UVU's better servers. Back to serve again for the Lady Wolverines, Lanny O'Reilly. She's racked up a bunch of points on bad passes tonight.
Just pushing the Utes back in the reception.
Nice up.
Wolverines getting what they wanted, but the Utes with the free ball. Number 15, Sarah Clement wasn't quite sure what to do.
Kaylee Broadbank getting away with that one. Look at this, no approach. What is that? No steps, just jumps in the air. Nice soft attack off the outside of the block for an easy point.
Not the kind of service that O'Reilly wanted on that one.
Almost able to reel in number 6, Sarah Hibbert, on that serve receive, but letting it go and out of bounds.
Sandberg back to serve for the Lady Utes. Great pass by the Wolverines.
Tight set, look at that play.
That's a great tip. You really teach your front row players, your middle blocker especially, not to reach back on those kind of plays, but in that case, sometimes that's the only play there is.
Faye Tusia-Sena with a great heads-up play there to get that kill on a tough set.
Wow. Koviak turned back, blocked by the Lady Wolverines.
Sarah Clement reaching over just housing that ball.
Coach Lanier offers seat as we check this replay. Nothing but hands over the net, pushing over. Great block by the Wolverines. It's a great thought by Silva, but that's just not going to get it done.
Senchia trying to make that a tough free ball for the UVU Wolverines, but unable to keep it in the court.
We'll be back. We have a 16-16 tie in set number 4.
We meet here once a week. It's a chance to discuss mostly.
I've always been like super concerned about saving money, right? But like I really wanted like a good education too. I guess I really got green fever when like I found out how Utah Valley University can get me both.
We have our regulars, and of course there are always our new ones every time.
I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve.
This is my first week here. I'm really excited. This whole green fever thing's kind of just started for me. So.
More and more people want to know about green fever.
Welcome back. We're all tied up here in set number 4, 16-16 between the Lady Utes and the Lady Wolverines. Stevens back to serve. Tough ball.
Oh, great cover by Stevens.
Elise with the dig. Back to Manwell. Manwell with the point.
You know, it was a very tough serve there by Stevens, but Utah doing a nice job taking that overhead. That's such an easier ball to pass when you set it, as opposed to trying to do the forearm pass, and they made it look easy. You still get the point.
Correction, that was Broadbent on the attack there.
Nice pass.
The block really getting going for the Lady Wolverines now. Great swing by Borkoviak, but the linesman's calling that one out.
Yeah, with a wide open net. I don't know what happened there. She hit it pretty well. Wasn't out by much.
Costa Vida, get a free longboard ice cream bar with every entree purchase. Go to costavita.net and eat well, live inspired. Right back to the action, Steve. Utah trying to handle the transition play as the Wolverines get it back. Out to the bread and butter. Broadbent detonating on the outside, dropping her shoulder, just going around the block.
Despite that lull in the second set, it's been all Lady Wolverines tonight. They're playing out of their heads against this bigger Utah team.
This
Stevens has been on fire with the serve. Look at that
ace serve in the back. That brings Coach Lanier off her seat for the timeout.
That's a smart timeout by Coach Lanier. Utah Valley looking to upset Utah for the first time in school history tonight.
Coach Lanier really closing in on her 400th victory, 400 NCAA Division I victory, but not looking real promising for that to get any closer to that number tonight.
Yeah, they have to make a serious run right now. This late in the set and in the match, 20-16 UVU, all the momentum with the serve. Their best server tonight, maybe despite Broadbent, back at the line. It's all the pressure is on Utah right now.
I've only seen a comeback at this score, actually maybe even a little bit further, might have been 12-20. I've only seen a comeback from this one time. I remember a guy by the name of Stephen Vale with a huge jump serve in the Utah Valley tournament that brought us back. I think we were down 12-20, Steve, and you brought us back with probably 8 straight ace jump serves. But I don't know if the Utah has anyone with your firepower tonight.
I think that was before television, so unfortunately we have no proof of that event other than in my head.
As we come back, Pepsi is proud to be a major sponsor of UVU Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world. The Utes able to stave off another point, taking care of business on that play, but Utah Valley still with a comfortable lead. They still look loose, still look like they're ready to go, and I bet you if I had $1, I'd bet it on where this ball was going.
No kidding.
Yep. I would have doubled up on that one.
I'll pay you later. You know, I'll tell you what, there's 2 reasons why the ball went there. One, because she's Kaylee Broadbent and she's Kaylee the answer Broadbent. The other reason is they got a 6'6" blocker on the other side of the net, so I'm not going anywhere near her. Another great jump serve.
Fa'alongo with just a great ability to square up and push the ball outside. Elise Jones running every ball down. Stevens playing steady. The block is up. Broadbent out of the back row, but the Utes handle it. They push it outside to Lanting, who gets blocked. A huge block by Sarah Clement in the middle. As we take a look at this, Steve, I think Clement got most of that. Fa'alongo may have done a little bit there, but I think it was 90% Clement.
That's when you know it's going UV's way, when not even Lanting to get a kill. And there it is right there. A little too late. A little too little too late. 22-18.
Maybe it's too Lanting too late. Rakowiak back to serve for the Lady Utes. Problem is here, they're going to be very tight in their service now. Going to be very careful not to make any mistakes.
Perfect pass.
And that just gives the Lady Wolverine attack just too much space, too much net, playing in system.
Such a nice swing on the outside. Coach Lanier knew going in the big weapons for Utah Valley were their outside hitters, as we saw again in that replay, doing everything right tonight. Kill after kill out there.
Substitution in the match for the Lady Utes, number 4, Corinne Crump. Trying to slow the attack of the Lady Wolverines down. That ball is long, another point for the Lady Wolverines, and that gives us a match point. This is our first match point, Steve, making history.
About to get upset for the first time in school history, and there it is.
Stuff blocked by Cammie Manwell on the outside of the big hitter, Lanting.
Big stop on the outside, shutting down Jennifer Lanting. Cammie Manwell, our spotlight earlier this evening, the solo block on the outside.
Take a look at this final replay, Steve. Huge block, penetrating over the net.
She's their big gun. You know the ball's going there. And that was the play. That was the play before when the ball was hit long. But great job staying home by Cammie. One-on-one block against a 6'6" hitter, and she stuffs her straight down for the win.
We weren't able to see it on that last replay, but boy, what a great block. She turned the ball inside. And really, like you said, Steve, the story of the night was just the fact that the Lady Utes could not control the things, the keys that we talked about with Coach Lanier. They weren't able to establish those things. They weren't able to serve and pass. They weren't able to control the outsides of Utah Valley, and this was the result. A huge victory for the smaller conference team, Utah Valley, to get over a big conference team in the University of Utah.
That is a big win for Utah Valley University. First time in school history they upset the big seasoned squad of Utah University in a 3-1 win.
Very, very pleased, Coach Atoa. Looking very happy. He'll be coming over to do an interview with you soon.
Fans rush the floor.
Always makes it nice when you can do an interview with a coach that comes off a big, big win.
That was a big-time win.
I'm going to let Coach Atoa get in here and talk with Steven a little bit.
Utah Valley showing a lot of character tonight with that win. Welcome, Coach Sam Atoa. That is a huge win for you guys. What are your thoughts right now?
Wow, you got to hand it to the girls. They kind of stuck to our plan and what we wanted to be able to do. And even when when things weren't going well, they kind of stuck with it. And I'm proud of them for being able to just execute in the things that we talked about. And our serving and passing was huge in those games that we actually were able to win. So
you guys came out so strong in that first set, up 6-2. You dominated that entire set up until the very end. Utah kind of made a run. You guys pulled it out. What happened in that second set? Why was there such a lull? It seemed like your girls kind of fell apart a little bit.
We didn't pass, but at the same time, I think you got to give Utah credit. They're a good team. And you don't expect them to be able to kind of come and duplicate 2 games in a row like that. And so we knew that it was going to be a battle, and I thought that Utah did a great job in being able to pass better and to side out better. And they served, and they took us out of system, and we just weren't able to recover there. So I'm proud that after that second game, we were able to kind of come back in that third and fourth game and do exactly what we were able to do in the first game.
That leads me to my next question. What did you say to your girls during that break between the second and third game? Because they came back in that third set on fire.
Wow,
What'd you guys talk about?
You know what? I'd like to take credit. I think that the girls just knew that they can compete. And we came back and we executed. We did some really good things serving-wise. And then with their emotion and their energy really carried us. And so I was real proud of them to be able to do that. And that just, it was really hard for Utah to be able to come back.
I agree. Stevens and Lanny both, not to mention Broadbent with that jump serve of hers. That is so fun to come to a college match and watch a girl jump serve with that much heat. Your girls at the service line were awesome. I agree. It seemed like you guys passed so much better in that third and fourth set, giving yourself more opportunities. That is such a big win for you guys. First time in school history.
Yeah, you know what? It really is. And I'm real proud of the girls for being able to execute. That serving and passing game is really huge in this game. And I think that when we are serving well, we pass well. I think it kind of feeds off of itself. And I think that the girls, we were the better serving and passing team tonight. And yeah, you got to give Kat and Lanny great credit for them to be able to come in and pressure after pressure, and being able to execute. So it's a great job by them.
I agree. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Huge win.
Thanks.
Start of a big weekend for you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks, Steve.
You bet. Ladies and gentlemen, huge win for Utah Valley tonight. First time in school history. They're down 6-0 lifetime against Utah. They come back with a big win tonight. Beat them in 4 convincingly in 4. They were up huge that entire fourth set, finishing 18-25 with a decisive win over a big school like Utah.
Steve, it's been a pleasure to be a part of the first telecast here.
First of many, hopefully.
Hopefully, and also a huge win for Utah Valley over the Lady Utes. Kevin Castle for Steve Vale, we're shutting it down.